Jackie Tomlin here. Hello and happy Wednesday. We're going to do something a little bit out of the normal. The whole week is a little bit out of the normal. And today we're going to do a collective love reading, which I'm also not known for. I just posted your 72-hour reading that I'm not known for. Little test things going on here, and let's get into this. Before we do, I've got a mouthful to say, okay? We're coming into the biggest psychic scam season of the year, which is Valentine's Day. Okay. So, this is what prompted me to do your love reading today. Now, what we're talking about is a suggestion from a friend of mine. Okay. So, we're going to talk about some things and some warnings and things that you need to be very much made aware of. And what we're talking about is psychic scams. There is a whole section on my website, has been for years, under psychic scams. Do I work as a full time psychic? Absolutely. Do I offer you love readings? Absolutely. But there's a whole list of scams that you need to know about. And that's what I'm putting out there today. Um, so you know, like I said, yeah, I think it's at the bottom, but in the fine print of the website, but you'll find it there. Now, I have put up your love readings or up early because I know we're fastly approaching Valentine's Day. But what you need to be aware of is the ones that you get readings from that are going to lead to, well, I could help you with that. Or, your aurora needs to be cleansed. Or there's some blockages here I need to remove. This is probably one of the biggest scams ever. I've been doing this for 2 decades. I have clients. I have one in my home state of Virginia that is out of $100,000. Yes, you heard me correctly, on a love spell. I have two out of Texas, one for $15,000, one for $28,000 on love spells that didn't work. Okay, so let's get into the whole spell thing. Okay, if you want an actual practitioner, then you're seeking a pagan or you're seeking a Wiccan by nature. This is what they do. I have friends that are pagans and I have friends that are Wiccans, and we all get along great. Okay? But you need to recognize and embrace and know what you're dealing with here. Okay? Um, this is the season of the kitchen witches and the book witches. Okay, and what is a kitchen witch? What is a kitchen witch? A kitchen witch is someone who decides that they become, I'm a witch. Oh, I'm of the light, but I'm a witch. BS. Okay. Um, they're the ones that are doing what they got supplied in the kitchen, that they're going to conjure up the spell for you. They're going to sell the spell to you if you get a reading from them. They may start off at $10, and in 2 years they'll be up to 200. You never know. But that's what I'm talking about, your kitchen witches, okay? If you are really, this is your jam, okay, then you know that it's about your intention and you need to do the spell. You don't pay somebody to do spell work for you. And you also know, as a true practitioner, there's materials that are going to cost you $10 or under. Let's throw that out there. Okay, so I don't want to open up a whole can of worms here on religion, but my name is Jackie Tomlin, and this is what we do, right? Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Um, who are you watching? Who are you getting your readings from? Well, these are legitimate questions. How long have they been around? What do they do? Are they just a card reader? I am not a card reader, folks, at all. I am a full blown psychic. I have been for all my life. I've been in business for myself for 20 years. When you call me or contact me for a reading, there is no involvement of cards unless you request it. You got a lot of card readers on here. Some are good at their little talent, and some, no, not so much. Um, how often if you follow me, you watch my readings, and I will often tell you, God, I must be psychic because I've already said what would come out the cards. It's for your visual. It's for your entertainment. It's for you to watch something other than to sit here watching me talk. Um, so yeah, and I've got real problems with the ones that are talking about that they are a witch of the light. Okay, let's talk about the light. There is dark, there is light. There is no gray. There's no in between. Okay. So we're talking about um, the ones that say, oh, I'm a psychic, I'm of Christianity, I'm of God, but I channel other gods. No, no, you don't. No, you don't. I'm sorry, you do not. If you are a true chosen one, you will channel spirit, the angels, and the spirit guides sent to you from God. And those other gods are not even allowed to speak to you. If you think I'm joking, you might want to dive into those hidden books of the Bible and find out what I'm talking about. Those are the ones I call touched. We had, when I run the paranormal team, we talk about the paranormal touch. And those are the people that they've been touched by a negative entity. And now it's almost like it's not an obsession, but it's a compulsion. They can't leave the dark alone. Okay, so those psychics out there that were working in the light and got that touch going on, they will lose every ability they have, every single one. Y'all, what I'm here to talk about right quick before we get into this love reading is for every action, there is a consequence. Every action. Okay? That applies to your readers too. Know what you're dealing with here. Hey, Miss Alicia, know the dark, know the light, know what you're dealing with. Okay? And like I said, we are in the season of the kitchen witches. I'm just throwing it out there. Hi there. And it's not pretty. It is not pretty at all. Respect to my pagans, respect to my Wiccans. I got some besties that were born into the religion. And if in case you didn't know, a pagan or a Wiccan, it is a religion. Okay, it is separate from Christianity. It is its own religion. Now, the cool thing about pagans and Wiccans, and above all of their gods that they work with, God is above that. Okay? So my ones that are telling me, oh, I'm of the light, but then I found the other gods. I can mess with the other gods. Why don't you ask God about that? No, you cannot. You cannot. And if you can, that's a problem. In a paranormal investigation, I tell everybody, if you get scared, what do they want to do? They want to jump behind me. I'm the worst one to jump behind because spirit is protecting me. But that negative entity is coming after me first because I'm an open channel. I can hear spirit talk to me, and the devil can't talk to me that way. Kind of a twofold thing. They know they're going to check down the communications. All right, I'm the communicator. But no, I am protected enough to know that no, those voices are not allowed into me. The devil can hand me doubt, fear, anxiety. This is what I get from that side. Okay? Two entities, folks. Satan and the devil. Two separate entities. Satan sits in heaven beside God with their levels of God. There again, dive into the hidden books if you want to know. With his angels, which are his guide-wars or whatever they call them up there. And yeah, his devils are on earth. And yes, I said devils plural. You'll find that in the hidden Bibles too. There is an anarchy of demons the same way there is an anarchy of angels. And I get real tired of hearing people talk about there's only 3 archangels or there's only 5 archangels. There are several archangels, and there's numerous angels, and you need to know those anarchies. Bottom line, if your psychic don't know what the hell they're talking about, there is your caution to run. But what I'm talking about mainly is people that are still instilling fear in you, okay? And it's, that time that you want that love reading. And yes, your psychic here, put them up. They're up early. They're on my website. Go check them out. I know you like your love readings. But what you're not going to get is, let me cleanse your aurora. Well, if you don't, let's use Alicia, for example. Alicia, if you don't do this, I'm not going to tell you do it, but if you don't do this, nothing is coming to pass for you. Nothing is coming to pass. Hello, everyone. So, don't buy into that. That's playing on your fear. Okay. The other thing I want to talk to you about is you need to step out of your box and you need to step out your comfort zone. Um, if you have a type, okay, there's your problem. There's your problem right there. If you have a type, because obviously you're still single because your type don't work. This is spirit trying to speak to you. How many times do I tell you? You do the same thing, you get the same result. Get out your comfort zone. Okay. Now, if you are, if you struggle with being alone, okay, and a lot of people do. If you struggle with being on alone, if you are on dating sites and stuff like that because you're bored, is it because you're bored or if you're struggling with being alone? Either one of those. This is something inward, y'all. Take it inward. This is where you need to help yourself. Because when you're at peace and you're whole with yourself, which you need to be if you want anybody to love you and to attract the right thing in for you, yes, Renee is laying it down here about those dating sites, pedophiles and predators and everything else. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at what you're dealing with there, but it's what you project. When you find true love, it's because you changed. Okay? When you change, everything else around you changes. And what changes is what you wanted and desired. If y'all want to know more about this, I do offer a Bible study. Message me on my website. We'll talk about it. But everything around you changes. So, like I said, if you have a type, there's your first mistake. If you just don't want to be alone and you just need to have somebody, that need is something you're lacking within. Therapy, self-help books, the good book, find out what the problem is and fix that. You are the one that's broken. Okay? When you fix you, everything else falls into place. But you got to fix you first. Now, so I did a 72-hour reading today because yesterday I had some technical problems in the other place and y'all didn't get your weekly read over here. I know that. So you got a 72 and a 48. So go and check that out. I don't ever do a collective love reading, but I was compelled to. So we are. Now, with the collective love reading, I want you to take what resonates and leave behind what does not. Let me stress to you. The reason I do not Yep, I agree. I agree. The reason I do not do collective readings as love. Love is the most powerful emotion we carry as a human being. Hence why the predator psychics and stuff are going to pull your strings on that. Okay? That's where they're going to get into your head, and that's all they're doing is getting into your head. Um, when I tell you to take what resonates and leave what does not behind, I'm very serious. The reason I don't do the collective love readings is because y'all are trying to make shit fit. No, stop it. Take what resonates, what clicks with you, what means something to you, what resonates with your soul. There's a message there for you. Don't twist stuff and make it fit into you. Okay, that's with any reading. With any reading, I normally don't have that problem with the collectives. I honestly do. I prefer collective readings over the individual readings, and I will be doing the all signs for you tomorrow. And I prefer that because the collective reading, that one message that reached 1,000 people, resonated with 200, and it was one message that resonated with 50 of them. You see what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Well, dear, want what you want. No prejudice there. I'm just saying now, let's talk about what I said about every action, there's a consequence. Let me tell you what love spells do. They do work. They do work. Now let me throw this out there to you. If you draw someone in on a love spell, it's gonna burn hot, it's gonna burn passionate, and it's gonna fizzle out so quickly you don't know what to do. Let me tell you what else you've done. You have created this invisible bond to you that when this person that you were so in love with, you no longer love, they're really not all that. You're not really sure what you're thinking. Y'all been there? Of course you have. That's why you're single. Okay? So when you realize they're not all that, guess what? You've got an emotional tie to them. And you have emotionally tied them to you. So when you throw them out and you want them away and you've created a stalker and you've got a whole ass problem, congratulations, you did this. Another scenario, the person didn't come to you. You drove them right to someone else. There was someone else, and now guess what? You're emotionally tied to them and you can't get past it. And that can linger on for years. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. For every action, there is a consequence. You know what they say, it comes back to you times 10? Well, the next time someone wants to sell you, I got a little ritual that I'm, $5, I got this little ritual. That's a kitchen witch, okay? That's a kitchen witch. That's a book witch. That's somebody who discovered, I don't know, Vampire Diaries and thought this shit was cool. You know what I mean? That's someone that ran into her. You know what they say? Talk about that devil masquerading around in the light. They're the first one to convince them, oh, if you do all good, you're working in the light. The hell you are. Talk to God about that. No. There is white, there is dark. There is no gray. Okay? Yes, God knows your heart, and God knows your intention, and God knows He gave you the discernment of right and wrong. And if you for 1 minute think that you're channeling other gods, oh, no. You may be channeling other gods. You might want to talk to your spirit guides or your real God about that. That doesn't mean you're doubly gifted. Doesn't mean you're gifted at all. At all. Know what you're dealing with. But yeah, you're dealing with a kitchen witch there that wants to reel you in. I can fix this. And it's all good. There's a little less spell. Let's release the blockages around you. Okay? I know y'all get mad with me when I talk to you about divine timing. Let me translate that to you. That's God's timing. That means things have to happen behind the scenes before your time rolls around. Maybe you're Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. It's not ready for you. And you're just too impatient to wait. So you really want to force free will and think that's going to go well for you? It's not. It's not. And I'm just being straight up with y'all. All right, let's get into it. Remember, don't make this fit, okay? We've got heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Well, let me tell you, right now we are in kind of an openness channel, like the veil has kind of lifted kind of deal going on with communications. And communications are good and they are strong. Where's my what, dear? So, yeah, communications are good and they are strong. And you got, with that, calling in your soulmate. Oh, dear God, stop. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. Y'all go back and find one of my old podcasts where I talk a lot about soulmates, twin flames. This is not something you want to bring into you. These are relationships of the long term, but they are not easy. Nothing is easy. Nothing worth having is easy. You don't want a soulmate. Let's bring in your compatible mate. That's a good question, Renee. Not into that right now. Nope. Fully healed from something else, but I'm doing me. Journey on me. Like I said, that will bring you in the right one. Don't get me wrong, I do date or whatever, but I'm not in that whole committed, let's have a relationship mode right now. I got too much I got to take care of. And so, yeah, if you're calling in that soulmate, don't use the word soulmate. Don't use the word twin flame. Put it out there. Like I tell y'all, manifest, speak it into existence. What do you want? You want compatibility. You want loyalty. You want honesty. You want that BFF. Okay? And a lot of, just had this conversation with a friend yesterday, so help me God. A lot of people that end up in the long-term relationship, the long-term, the actual, the real relationship, okay? The ones that are meant to be, is because you stepped out of that comfort zone. You may not have been attracted to that person initially, like physically attracted, but as you got to know the person, that attraction came. That's a long time. Well, I mean, it's all in what you're looking for. It's all in what you're looking for. You know? Hey, Miss Dorothy. It's all in what you're looking for. Okay, so yeah, calling in your soulmate. Call love into you when you're ready. You could be dealing with someone with an addiction. Could be codependency. Okay. Um, Good deal. Did you enjoy that? That was kind of out the realm too, wasn't it? Could be dealing with someone with codependency. This could be a physical addiction. This could be a mental addiction where they have to have someone. Going back to what I said, it is that they've got this problem that they cannot be alone. And we got the attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Just live your life. Live your life. We do have the reconciliation coming in. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And I only can hope that they are returning on their own and you did not force that free will, because this could be an epic disaster if you did. Okay? And some of you looking for the new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, that's kind of twofold. There may be someone coming up that kind of catches your eye, kind of stirs your interest, but I do know you have stirred the interest of someone and you're not even aware of it yet. Okay? And y'all remain playful, live your life. Religious factors, you've got to have someone on the same spiritual plane as you are. Otherwise, you're unequally yoked. Same spiritual plane. Don't have to have the exact same beliefs, but the same spiritual plane. Okay, so what type of person? Let's see if I can tell you. What type of person will you end up with? Let's start with that. The type of person that you're going to end up with. Oh boy. Man, y'all from one end of the spectrum to the other. Okay. We're going to start here with the type of person you'll end up with. And then we're going to see what you should end up with. A DJ. Cool and always in the spotlight. He'll spin your world but sleeps all day. Maurice. Hi, sir. Thank you. 35 months. Look at you. Firefighter. Brave and strong. He knows how to handle the heat. Can you? Ooh, sounds passionate to me. And you have a lawyer. Persuasive and sharp. He'll argue the way into your heart and out. And taking out the trash. Okay. All right. So that's the person you're drawing that is coming into you. Now let's see. How about your long term? What does your long term relationship looks like? That'll be, miss my whole speech. What does your long term look like? Chef. Passionate and full of flavor. He knows the way to your heart and it's through your stomach. Oh, wow. Y'all had a man cook for you? A chef. An engineer. Logical and precise. can fix anything except emotional availability. I really get the impression I'm more like a workaholic here. Is what you may end up with. Like I said, don't make it fit. And again, there's the firefighter has appeared here too, the brave and the strong. So yeah, you got people all across the board what you're going to end up with. I do know this. When you stand up and you realize what's wrong with you, what needs to be fixed internally on you, what you need to work on, you're more steady on your feet, and then you reap that harvest. Then you reap the harvest. Okay? Now, let's see what else I can give you here on the love life today. On the love life. What you need to know in love only. Just in love. Just in love, y'all. What we got? You got the golden mirror. Self-absorbed narcissist. One-sided relationship and love bombing. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. On a match. Take a test for an electronic technician position. Yes, sir. You will be successful. We'll do your pull here at the end of the reading, okay? We do have the coffee cup. Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, freely uplifted friendship. You know that Starbucks date? For some of you, that's about to happen. And what did I just talk to you about? Communications. Communications are wide open. From your 72-hour reading, yeah, you got someone looking for your forgiveness. They stabbed you in the back. They didn't come clean with you. They didn't tell you everything. Okay, we've got a heart with a key. Welcoming love, meeting the other. Open your heart. Getting together and things are just perfect. Are y'all hearing me when I say get out your comfort zone? Love, unconditional love, self-love, taking a chance, passion, attraction. And we have the axe. Separation, stop the pattern, solid treatment, and abandon. Y'all, look what you got going on here. Look what you got going on here. You, some of you are healing, and I can see that. You've been stabbed in the back. It's okay with the healing, but you got someone coming in. You know, I'll be honest with you. As far as relationships of longevity, there has to be a friendship bond. There has to be a friendship bond. Something to build on. The other problem I do see in love and relationships is those have hit that 10-year mark. Coming up on that 10-year mark or just right past it. Because you've got to bend. You've got to work at it and you've got to grow together. Because if you don't grow together, you're going to grow apart. And that's either going to be fixed or it's not. Okay. So I'm going to give you one more here. And then we're going to get into that person that is on your mind. I want you to focus, okay? The person that's on your mind, the person that you're dwelling on, that person you have the emotional tie with. Okay, someone has ghosted you, is about to return, and it's going to bring you closure. So if you had this person, and you thought, I would never give this person a second chance, but yet maybe this person's been lingering around in your energy. You don't have complete closure with this person. This person is coming in, and that's what's going to give you is closure. Going back to what I just said, there we go. With that might be psychic. You need someone where you're on the right foundation with. Okay? Someone you're on the right foundation with. You have got too much stress in your life. Turbulence, tension, arguments. There again, this is coming from the dark side. Okay? And you, okay, ooh, here's another part of the dark we did not talk about. Foolish, pride, arrogant, ego, and stubborn. If you draw that into you and you think that person's going to change, you're fooling yourself. Is this something you want to spend years of your life with? There's something to ask yourself, okay? And we have elusive, dishonest, deception, and trickery. That goes with the foolish, pride, and the ego. Foolish, pride, and ego. Do y'all know what I'm talking about when I talk to you about ego? You can see it in some of the readers, that there's nothing but ego there. There is that cockiness, I guess you would say. The know-it-all attitudes. That kind of ego. But you got some really good readers over here that are very humble. Okay. Here's the other problem. You spend too much time chasing, and what are you chasing? You are chasing ecstasy, the thrill, the pursuit, the toxicity, the adrenaline rush, the chasing thrills, excitement, good time. You're lacking depth. You're lacking depth. Okay? So like I said, do that journey inward. All right, what other messages we got for y'all? In regards to love. Okay, so someone you've been waiting to hear from, there's silence. There's no contact, no words. The waiting is the worst. Oh boy, this is going to result in a personal reading for someone. I got someone here who's pregnant and baby daddy is not around. That's here. Because you used some cloudy judgment. I mean, we're all guilty of that, are we not? And sometimes your judgment is cloudy because they distorted what the truth was. Okay? We have longing. There's somebody here you are just emotionally attached to. Adjust your perspective. You will find happiness. You need a clear-headed space. Because when you do, like I said, when you do the journey inward, I know these are things y'all hear from me daily, but I think I need to really stop and clarify what I'm trying to say to you. When you do the journey inward, when you do the self-help, when you find out why you're lonely, why you're bored, okay, then you see people who look like that when you thought they were all that. It's the eye-opener, y'all. It's the eye-opener. And okay, what did I tell y'all? The devil's going to hand you doubt, right? Fears, doubts. You're going to be alone forever. Anxiety. But guess what else is going to hand you? Distractions. It's going to hand you distractions. Especially if you're working on you. It's going to hand you distractions. And there's kitchen witches. Kitchen witches going to hand you some distractions too. That's called padding their purse. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's a shady business. I've been doing this for 2 decades. But I've also had a business license for 2 decades too. The majority of them don't even have that. The person that you are emotionally attached to, I cannot give you what you want or deserve. I'm so sorry. The person you are emotionally attached to. Hey, Miss Tammy. I depend on you too much to let you go. I have codependency issues. We just talked about that, did we not? The person you are emotionally attached to. Rejecting you was protecting myself. I was being selfish. The person you are emotionally attached to. No one else makes me feel the way you do, but I'll take it to the grave before I tell you that. Ooh, did we not just talk about egos? I have many regrets that keep me from moving forward. It sounds like maybe the person you're emotionally attached to needs to do a little journey inward too. Just throwing it out there. And like I said, I have lost faith if you cannot see a future with you. I have lost faith in you and cannot see a future with you anymore. Okay, so some of y'all need to face facts. That person has just moved on. Moved on. Okay, it happens, y'all. It happens. All right, let me see what Spirit's got for you in your love life. Y'all may want to catch your 72-hour read because a bit of love come out of there too. So why do I like doing collectives? Collectives are all about everything. Love, family, friends. I mean, it's just that. It's based on what Spirit needs to tell you. Thank you, Miss Dorothy. You know, it's based on what Spirit needs to tell you. That's what a collective reading is about. Like I said, that one message could resonate with 50 people in different ways. And that's what we're doing today. Don't make it fit. And I don't like doing the collective loves because y'all force stuff. A new beginning in the winter. Well, here we are. So it's time for your new beginning now. And it says just say yes. Okay. Going back to the 72-hour reads, it's telling you to pay attention to your dreams. This applies to your love life too, especially if you're obsessing over someone. You need to heed, and there's a warning there. You need to understand that you will get what you want when the time is right. And for some of you, you're approaching a new time frame for love in spring, which is honestly, even though I'm sitting here iced in, sooner than you think. So maybe let's spend that time between now and spring working on you. Just a thought. Want to throw it out there. And some of you are just so filled with negativity. You know, that goes back to your self-worth. You got to love you. You got to love you. Your self-worth. Know what your worth is. You as a person have self-worth. Your time is valuable. Your energy is valuable. You could be dealing with a Libra energy, and you could be dealing with a fake person. And there it is, y'all. The message I've been trying to relay to you. The person that comes into you specifically will be different from your expectations. Yep. Come away from the protocol. Come away from your comfort zone. Come away from your normal type, because if that type was working for you, to work by now. Right? Getting out of your comfort zone. And some of you, I'm just going to throw it out there. Some of you, something new is about to waltz right into your life in 4 to 6 weeks, which should put us right around. Thank you, Miss Dorothy. Good luck to you, dear. Right around that 4 to 6 week mark. Double sevens. See the double sevens, 4 to 6 week mark. Now, an Aquarius may resonate with some of you. Oh, look at you. Some of you have not left the current situation. You're trying to get out there and date, but you're still emotionally tied to someone else. That's not doing anybody any good now, is it? But I can tell you one thing. This new love that takes you by surprise, it pulls you out of your game, out of your normal, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Let me end this with just a couple tarot cards on nothing but love, what my collective needs to know on love. Y'all be sure to check out your 72-hour read. Thank y'all for listening to my rant and rave. Heed the advice. Valentine's Day love readings are already up on my site. No fluff, no BS, no sugarcoating, no spells, no cleaning of your aurora. Lord have mercy. Like I said, y'all welcome to psychic scam season is upon us. Biggest one of the year. Okay, you've got judgment. That's what I'm talking about. You need to judge everybody. Everybody in your circle, pass judgment on. You're under an ending and a new beginning. It's time to rebirth. Some of you are birthing new ideas, but some of you are rebirthing you. Okay? Some of you are rebirthing you. strength is on your side. Y'all know where that strength comes from. And the Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. It's like the third time we've had wish fulfillment. You got a flyer out the deck. Important message here. My singles, the one that's going to be significant to you, you're going to meet with family or friends. And it may be someone in their circle of friends. That kind of meeting. Very natural. You know, it's what I call meeting people out in the wild instead of online. This person is going to cause you to have a lot of anxiety, question yourself. It's going to give you butterflies. And I think a lot of you, it's been quite a time since you've had butterflies. Am I right? And the Nine of Pentacles. This person's kind of your equal. They're independent like you, but they respect you. And they, we could be looking at a whole power couple here. Y'all need to get out of your head. You need to quit dwelling on your alone. That's a big problem for my singles. And that feeling of alone, or feeling that the time has passed, or that they've had a lost opportunity, or they got someone that they cannot let go of. There are answers for all of that. All right, gang. Like I said, that's what come out today in regards to love. You take what resonates with you, what hits you in the heart, okay? Don't make anything fit here. Don't make anything fit. Just take what resonates with you. You guys have a super fantastic afternoon. I got to get to Mr. Maurice. If you're a member of my green team, don't forget, we have readings tonight. Mini reads, 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're not a member, you should be. Go to the channel's homepage, hit that join button. We'd love to have you. These guys get about 3 to 4 collective readings a week from me a week that nobody else gets, no other channel gets. And on Wednesday nights, I love to do little mini readings for them. So, yeah, we'd love to have you there. Maurice, Mr. Maurice, what I got going on for you, sir? Your test and new position. Okay, you got self-imposed restrictions. You need to trust your gut. You have got the position coming, Maurice. I don't think it's this particular position. I think it's a position that is going to be maybe a notch up or a little bit different. But see, it's hard to say because you're on the right time frame of what you're talking about. You're way overthinking things. You're overly stressed about it. I know it's more money for you. It's the calm before the storm. You got options. Woo, we got a jumper here. Hold on. Something just straight up flew. All right, see where it flew to. I mean, it shows me that you're happy in your current position and you're looking at your options. Offer is coming. I don't honestly think it's this particular position. But I want you to take the test. You're going to do fine with it. And definitely keep me posted. I mean, you're on the right path, Mr. Maurice. You keep pushing forward, sir. Keep pushing forward. You've been working on you at work, and it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off in a big way. All right, gang. That's what I got for you today. I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to shoot for an all signs reading. JackieTomlin.com for personal readings. And yes, like I said, your love readings are up early. So have a good afternoon, everyone. See you soon. Bye.